Hello YouTube and welcome back to Allie's Wonderland Creations. Let me fix this. I am Alice Seraphin and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in the Pacific Northwest. Welcome to my channel, everybody. So this is April 2025's Paper Pumpkin Alternative video number 19. And yes, I live in Little Belfair, Washington, Hickville, USA, as I love to call it. So welcome to my channel, everybody. So we are up to 19 on Paper Pumpkin. Can you believe it? Ugh, I am like floored that we're already up to that number. So let's look at what this kit originally looked like. So you could have made 3 of this card, 3 of this one, 3 of this one, and 3 envelopes. Yep, they're all the same envelopes, not different this time. So around the back, this QR code would lead you to video to show you how to put these cards together as they were designed, a visual of everything in the kit. That's where it gets I get a little picky because to me it's lacking. It's beautiful, but lacking. That would be what I would use to describe this kit. Down here, it lists the coordinating colors. Over here, it would lead you to how to purchase this set of 4 dies called Hugs of Bloom. They coordinate with April, May, and June, but you can use them for whatever you want. You just need to be a subscriber to purchase them. Something is on there that's bugging me. So let's take a look at the stamp set. The stamps are thinking of you. Congratulations. You are amazing. I'm here for you. Hugs, the butterflies. These two were one. I cut them apart to get 3 butterflies, 1, 2, and 3. Sending my love on your retirement to the happy couple. There are some stamps in this kit that I have not used and I am not going to use. That's just because they do not suit my particular need. So we are using that background splicing die my daughter got me. So we're using this one. Now I did this for March with the bees. So I have done prep work. So this card hopefully doesn't take us a lot of time. So you can get this on Amazon, but they are called rectangle splicing die. It will be in the description part of the video. And I am bringing in this beautiful, probably this one, maybe this one and this one, or this one is, I'm going to bring 2 of these gorgeous pink butterflies in for this card from the dollar store. And I've got to tell you guys, because I couldn't help it, I spent a couple hours hunting a fly and then being distracted because I'm like, I cannot do a video with the buzzing of this fly. It would not leave the stamp room. I opened the door, it wouldn't leave the stamp room. And now I have to go open the door again because of T-Tay. Hold on. Little thing that she is. Get it. Come on. Come on, little T-Tay. Come on. In or out. We're not leaving the door open. Take your sweet time, princess. Come on. No hurry up in your get up and go, old lady. Hold on. All right, go lay down. So anyways, so I did other things while I waited and I tried to kill the fly. I couldn't kill the fly no matter what I tried. I just couldn't kill this fly and it would not leave the stamp room. So annoying. Oh my goodness. I was like, why is this fly? And it was worse than a bee. I would have preferred to have a hornet, a bee, anything in this room other than this fly. So what did I do? Well, this is what I did instead for a couple hours. Remember I told you guys, I do things on YouTube. And so I was watching people make what they called reusable paper towels. And in my head, I kept thinking, what you're really making are kitchen towels. You can buy kitchen towels. But okay, let's go with it. So this one girl was using flannel and then washcloths from Walmart. And I thought, oh, okay. Because you know me, I'm going to watch a channel. I'm going to try it. Because I like to do that too, right? I'm a crafter. My sewing skills are... Oh, I was so frazzled. But anyway, so I got me a package of washcloths from Walmart because, hey, you can always use washcloths. At least I can in the kitchen, in the bathroom, just about anywhere. And had some old flannel. So I got that out. And this is what I ended up making. Followed just the edge of the... I washed them, ironed them, turn them inside out. So then this one's done. I have a whole stack now I have to turn inside out. But, and then the purpose of this is what? I don't know. But now I have a terry cloth washcloth with flannel on one side. I hope you guys are laughing because I'm like, the purpose of this is, I don't know. To me, there is no real purpose. But I had to quit because here's another one, right? And these are just scrap bits of flannel. So I got to show you why I had to stop. And I do have a stack that I have to turn. And I have like 3 or 4 that I have to fix. And I mean fix because I mean I have to seam rip them out, which I was like, yeah, the fly is really getting to me. So, I mean, if I had a young child, baby, a toddler, this would have been great because the flannel is really soft. And that would be great for taking a bath and giving them baths. Great on the face. But wasn't what I was trying to make. I have kitchen towels. I use kitchen towels. Okay. There's no hole. I sewed the hole up where you're supposed to turn it inside out. Yep. This is what it looks like when it's, yeah, and of course, you know, they're not, that's they're just the cheap Walmart washcloths. When I did like 3, sewn them completely all the way around, I thought, okay, you're done, girl. You're done. So that one has to get seam ripped. So that got me sidetracked. Just have a little chuckle on me, guys, because that's, oh, it happens. It happens. So let's get on to the card. But I had to share that with you because I hope you guys have a good chuckle. And have a good chuckle on the, how do they list that? And people pay money for this. Non-paper paper towels, and they use flannel. And if y'all know flannel is not very absorbent. It's wrinkly. You have to iron it to make it look halfway decent. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with some people. You just use a kitchen towel. I mean, I use kitchen towels over paper towels. 99. I do have paper towels. Do I use them? Yes. But 90% of the time, I use a kitchen towel. I have a stack of kitchen towels. You wash them, dry them, reuse them. So the non-paper towel thing, I don't get it. So if somebody can explain that one to me, please do, because I don't understand. Just go buy some kitchen towels and use kitchen towels. Buy napkins instead of buying paper napkins. I use regular napkins at the table. Yeah, it's easy. You can even make them yourself if you just want to get cut square pieces of some, linen fabric. But they're usually pretty cheap. You can find them. Anyways, I didn't get that one. Sorry. And even with my daughter, you don't have to be fancy. My favorite linen napkin is like over 8 years old. And I'm still using it. Yeah, I'm still using them. You take care of them. You wash them. You put them away. Anyways, I don't know. This was... I watched the video. I tried it. I still couldn't. Even my daughter was like, Mom, that's a kitchen towel. She's like, you don't use flannel in the kitchen. It doesn't absorb anything. It's a baby blanket. I said, well, I'm going to try it anyway. She's like, you were bored. That's when my back was hurt. I was down. Yes, I was. So let's get on with this card, like I said. So we are using the Splicing Rectangle Background Cutting Die. Now you'll need to, this card base, I am using a white card base that is 6 1/4 by 9, scored at 4 1/2. This is a pre-made card base, guys, but what it does do is it frames it out nicely, and I've done prep work, as you can see. So I die cut this outline part because there's 2 sets, and you're going to see the other set of it. It comes in all these little pieces that fit in here. So this one, I die cut it in black, like you can see, and then I die cut it again in gold. Now I'm using both pieces. I'm using both the black pieces that would die cut out all these shapes. I'm using those. Let me show you. They're just glued onto the back of the gold foil. That's one of Phyllis's dies that she sent me, okay? The reason why is it pops this up a little bit extra and nothing's going to waste. So we're just going to get these glued down. I already started, but this is a real simple, just going to add some glue in the space. So this one's going to go in here. This is how I did all of the pieces. Now the little square piece, and then my little rectangle up here. And the reason why I chose this is because of the gold in the card base from the kit. So we're using 1/2 of a card base from the kit, and I'm hoping, there we go. So that is what we have. Now this is from, Phyllis had sent me 3 dies. You see the hello. It's that part and then the gold hello. And then she sent me the hugs in the paper hugs dies. And I don't know where those are from, but you could use, I would say, the thanks from Thanks and Beyond die would work really well. You could also use the hybrid embossing folder to do this. The hugs from the Hugs a Bloom, I'm going to tell you, you could use the hugs that came with the kit, that piece of ephemera. This is just a little too small when you put it on here. If you're going to see the size difference, it's just not as substantial as the hello. The hello is just going to stand out a little bit more. That's why I chose that. But if this is all you got, do it. I didn't want to put it on this piece because it would cover up all that splicing that we just did. All right, so let's move this. We are going to do some stamping, but it'll be on the inside. So there's that. Now the next piece comes in that I die cut, right? And you can see these are all the little pieces that go inside the splicing die, wherever that went to. Nope, nope. All right, I just had it and I just lost it. There it is. So these, I set this on the 1/2 a card base like it is, and then I have that magnetic platform, and I put all of these in there, and I then took this away, and then I taped them all down, hoping that they'll stay in place, and then I can use what's left on another card. I may not be able to, but I'm hoping to. So let me put these. I'm just going to toss them in here, and I'm going to put my little bits of tape there. Got to be careful. Washi tape can tear your paper. Now, this is why I did all that prep work, because I do have to get all these pieces onto all the gold. And I thought the black would look really well with it and make it stand out. So this went this way. I'm just trying to keep it going the right direction. Just hearing Hank yell, Papa. Oh, by the way, that little boy got in trouble on Friday. Don't know what he was thinking about. But he wasn't at school 15 minutes. And, oh, his mama was mad, mad, mad. He got up, told the teacher he was going to get a donut, and walked out the classroom without permission. And that did it. Oh, he was in so much trouble. So much trouble. So guess what? Hank has his first detention ever. He was not happy when he came home. She was like, she told the teacher, you sent him to the office. You have them write that boy up. And you have him tell him he is to ride the bus home. He is not riding the bus home on Monday. He will be doing that too, but he is riding the bus home. Yeah, he got in trouble. It's like, I was at my mammogram. I came home and all this stuff. My daughter was so mad at that little boy. I told her, well, maybe it's a good thing. He figures out that he don't like detention. He won't be doing crafts come middle school, right? Look how pretty that is. And then that hello. See how the black? Yeah, it's going to look good, right? I think so. So, let's try the glue to see if the glue is going to stay on the gold. Not sure, but we're going to give it a try. And the little dachshund next door is having a bark fest all on his own. I'm not sure. Okay, I don't like that at all. So we're going to have to do it the old. See, that just doesn't. I mean, it eventually will stay, but it's kind of slick. All right, glue dot time. Yeah, I mean, we're not going to make him suffer all weekend long. No, because he's had detention. And he doesn't even like donuts, y'all. He definitely doesn't. He never eats school breakfast. He had eaten breakfast at home. So we don't know what he was trying to do, but oh, he's paying for it now. Because not only did he have to ride the bus home on Friday, I am not picking him up on Monday. I think Justice is going to make him ride the bus Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Because she mad. I'm like, go for it. That's what needs to happen. You want to be a stinker? You're going to pay the price, kid. He did go fishing with Papa today. I mean, we don't need to rub it in and drill it down his throat all weekend long. No, because Wednesday is half a day. No, Hank has an hour-long detention. Yes, I do have to pick him up, but you know what? Serves him right. You can't just get up. Hank's classroom is not even in the building. I mean, I do not know. He is so ready for school to get out, but it doesn't mean he can just get up and walk out of the classroom without permission. So, yeah. I think she did the right thing in being very stern with it. She was like, you make sure they write him up. It's like, yes, good girl. Very proud of my daughter. She was like, not taking none of that crap with him. So. Yes. Hank's going to learn the hard way, apparently. But he did go fishing this morning. He came in dragging the tackle box, not tackle box, the fishing box with the fish in it. What do you call that thing? Oh, anyways, the cooler with the fish in it. One big trout. And I was yelling, what are you doing? Water is splashing. He's like, no, it's just water from the lake. I'm like, yes, that's even worse. It's stinky water, you know. And he's like, no, it's just fine. I was like, oh, kid. Being a pill. Oops. I think, yes, it goes. See, now I've lost which way it goes because I'm laughing about Hank. It's got to go this way. All right. So he brings in his fish. And I'm at the end of my yoga workout. Then he walks over me because I'm on a yoga mat on the ground. And I hear him yell down to the garage. Hey, Papa, the fish is still alive. I'm like, oh, great. What's going on now? And I can hear my husband yell, so dump out the water. And I was like, okay, I am so done with yoga. He is not dragging that fish, that, cooler, back through the living room over me to dump out the water. And I said, Hank, just a minute. I'll help you dump the water down the sink. He's like, no, I can do it myself. And I was like, oh, please, please do not let the water go all over the kitchen. But apparently he did it. And then a few minutes later, here we go again. I hear, hey, Papa, the fish is still alive. He's like, Hank, kill the fish. Put it out of its misery. And he comes to me. He's like, Manji. He's like, I don't want the fish to suffer. I said, yes, Hank. I said, just cut its head off, Hank. Put it out of its misery. And he looks at me like I'm absolutely crazy. And he says, but Manji, he's like, you don't cut the fish's head off until after you gut it. And I'm not going to gut it. It'll be torturing the fish. I so wanted my hubby to come in and save me from this. So he wasn't going to torture the fish, but the fish is out of water. Yeah. I don't know. But he did. No. The fish wasn't alive very long, and he was like, okay, fish is dead. So I'm like, what are you going to do? He's like, I'm going to gut my fish. And I guess Justice, him, and Russell will be having trout for dinner. I will be having a chicken salad. No, I'm not having trout. They each have one fish in there. And they can barbecue their fish. They could do whatever they want with their fish. But Hank did it all. He descaled it. He did all the work himself. A good day fishing. So isn't that pretty with all those little bits of gold in it? And this is my last piece of gold foil that has almost the same little pattern in it. I have other gold foil, just not this pattern in it. It has that burnished look in it. So here is our hello, right? This is this right here, perfect. I wouldn't need to go any farther with it, but I am. Of course I am. Because we're going to add a butterfly. Yes. Dollar store to the rescue. Let's pull these out and see. See, that one, I would really like the ones with the black. So I think we're going to use this one and this one. We're going to pull them out so we can have a look-see. There's that one. I mean, I could do, I guess, that one. But I like this one. It has bits of black and stuff in it. And they kind of look similar. So I just think it's just perfect. Simple card. Simple, simple, simple doing. Just, the butterfly is going to step it up. Just have to decide which way I want it to go. I want it to fly this way in between everything. This one. And then we're just going to stamp Thinking of You, which is from the stamp set. But yeah, just wait. I cannot wait till Wednesday comes. Little stinker. He wants to be difficult. I think we need to put it right there because it's a little smaller. And I don't think we need one more thing besides the hello on this card. And so I'm trying to figure out. We can put glue on the E. Oh, guys, I've got to tell you what that kid did. Oh my goodness. So this was maybe I already told you guys what he did with the hot dogs. So this had to be Friday night. Now I'm going to come in here and add a little bit of glue. I'm trying to keep it away from the gold foil. So he says he wants hot dogs for dinner. And it was like, or a snack, whatever he was doing, driving me crazy that day. So one of those days. So he pulls out hot dogs out of the freezer. He puts them in a Ziploc bag and he takes them outside and he puts them in the fountain, in my little recycling, bird fountain. And I said, what are you doing? He's like, oh, this is going to de-thaw. And I thought, oh no, it's a YouTube thing. It's something he saw on YouTube. And I said, Hank, why can't you just de-thaw them in the microwave, cook them like a normal person? He's like, no, this is going to work. I said, Hank, you make a mess. You are going to clean the entire bird fountain there. He's like, okay. So next thing I know it, I go in there and I see him. He's cooked himself a hot dog in the kitchen. He's actually put the hot dogs back in the Ziploc bag. I thought, oh, good grief, the Ziploc bag is going to go in my fridge after being in the bird fountain. No problem. 10 o'clock at night, I go to get an ice pack from my back, everybody. And I open the freezer and there is a metal pot this big with the handle, metal pot. In the freezer, inside the pot is this much water. Inside the water is the Ziploc bag and the hot dogs. Yeah. The question is why, and the answer is because he can. And I don't have a clue what he was trying to do, putting the hot dogs in a pan of water and putting them in the freezer. I didn't want to ask. I just took them out of the freezer. Garbage. I don't know what science experiment the kid was doing, but it wasn't working for me. So if anybody can answer what the kid was doing, I don't know if I even want to know. But yeah. When he figures out that his pan of hot dogs is missing out of the freezer, I'll let y'all know if he can figure that one out. Because I'm not sure if he will. I'm really not sure. But yeah, Friday was one of them days. So let's stamp the inside of this. So we're just doing hello. We could leave it blank, but why would we do that? So let's go with, well, I really want like Magenta Madness. Polished pink, I did not re-ink. Wow, look at this. That's not normal. My ink pad. It's bubbling here and there. That's not normal. Why is that? That's interesting. Interesting. Alright. Berry Burst. That's one of the colors. We'll go with that. Alright. Yeah, I don't know. I'm telling you, that kid. Hot dogs in a Ziploc bag, in a pan of water, in the freezer, of all things. I do not know what he thinks sometimes. Don't know what he was thinking of going to get a donut. I know the kid didn't eat the donut because the donuts at school, they're these bar donuts, right? And they have that coating of sugar on them, and Hank doesn't eat those donuts. Hank eats plain cake donuts without any icing or sugar. How do I know that? Because that is my favorite donut when I eat a donut, and that's the only donut the kids ever ate, and he doesn't like the other donuts. He never has. So he cannot try to tell us that he was actually going to go eat a donut, because we all know he don't eat that sugary donut stuff. I mean, you take him to like Safeway or anywhere to get a donut and to look at the case where you can pick your own donut. If they don't, it's crazy. Because Hank's like, You can't just buy one donut for a kid, because you got to buy the box where it has, you know, the different donuts in it, so you can get the kind of cake donut without the icing, because he doesn't like the others. So he cannot try to tell us that he was going to get a donut for breakfast, because I fed that kid before I left. Yes, he ate. He had waffles. You guys ready for this? You want to know what Hank likes to eat for breakfast right now? Because he goes in phases. Well, right now, what Hank eats for breakfast is an Eggo waffle, a piece of sausage, and ranch dressing. Yes, that's what the kid eats for breakfast. So, do not tell me that kid was hungry, because I know he wasn't, because he had 2 Eggo waffles, 2 pieces of sausage, and he puts them on the sausage patties, go onto the waffle, and then a little smear of ranch dressing goes on top of the sausage, and he eats it like a sandwich. Yep, that's what he had for breakfast. I mean, so I know the kid wasn't hungry, and I know the kid wasn't eating one of the donuts, because I've seen their donuts at school. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know what he was doing, but he's paying the price. He's paying the piper. And it's a good thing too, because you know what? I love the kid to pieces, but when you're being obstinate and you want to, you know, be hard-headed, sometimes kids, they have to know there is a line you draw in the sand, and you cross the line and you pay the price. And I was very proud of my daughter. Oh, she was like, when I took her to her physical therapy, she was like, Mom, why? Just why? And I said, oh, honey, I don't know why. She's like, I said, but you know what? I said, maybe it's a good thing. And I do look at it this. It's a learning experience for him. When he serves his hour detention this coming week. Ooh. Let's see. Let me look. Maybe the day you see this, April. No, you guys, this is going to be on the 12th or 13th. Hank's serving detention. Let's see. Hank gets to serve detention on the 14th. Not only is that early dismissal, so he won't get to come home early. He has to stay at school for an hour. But maybe what it will demonstrate to him is, again, consequences for your actions. But when he is done, I'm going to reiterate to him when I pick him up that be prepared. That when you go to middle school, they hand out detentions very easily, and this is the start of either a downward slope, or you can learn from this one and behave better, because you get another detention and you lose all privileges for a month. So we're kind of going to wait and see with him and see what he learns. Sometimes you have to let them make mistakes and let them learn, you know, the hard way. And yes, the little man is growing up. And he's taking us all along for the ride, right? Love him to pieces, but sometimes you just got to let him, you know, earn detentions. Yes, I think my daughter served 1 detention, and that was, I'm going to have to ask her. Maybe she didn't. I know my son never served 1 detention, not 1. But I'm trying to think back if there was something she may have done. She was a difficult student in high school. She would go to ceramics class. She never brought one thing home from ceramics. She would tell a teacher she couldn't do ceramics because she did her hair. And she couldn't do the wheel because the mud would get in her hair. Teacher would call me. And I said, is that so? He said yes. And she would come home. And I would, oh yeah. And it was always when her father was gone. So always she would pull crap like that when her dad would be out to sea. And then she would pull some stuff. But yes, and we were being paid tenfold. She was like, Mom, I know that. I'd be like, you did your hair. I was like, okay. You want to keep your hair? Because You couldn't do your class, but she never brought anything home from ceramics. She said she never liked anything she did in there. They wouldn't let her do any more art classes, and that was the only art class left as an elective. So, yes, it was always something. She couldn't do her hair one day. I don't know what, there was another, he called me another day and said, Justice says she can't do something and because of something else. And I said, oh, is that so? He's like, yeah. I said, okay. She never gave him the same excuse twice because, of course, it got back to me. And, yeah. But she tried. Oh, bless her heart, she tried. So, anyways, thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this. Hope you enjoyed Hank's little story. I'll have to let you know what happens after his little detention. Oh, give us strength with this one. And thanks for watching, and I hope you come back and visit me here in my Wonderland. Bye-bye for now, everyone.